Assalamu alaikum students. We are continuing our chapter of chromatography. Today we will study the next type of chromatography, which is the thin layer chromatography. This chromatography is also known as TLC. Zamailo and Schreiber was the scientists who developed this chromatographic technique, and they by using the chromatographic adsorbent in the form of thin layer fixed on an inert rigid spore. The principle of this chromatography is in TLC, an adsorbent with a glass plate serves as a stationary phase. This TL glass plates will be served as a spore, and the adsorbent will be put over this glass plate and they will act as a stationary phase. Depending upon the preparation of plate with the coating of the adsorbent, the fixed phase can either be solid adsorbent or water supported by the adsorbent. On the basis of these two type of stationary phases, we can describe TLC in two types of TLCs: thin layer adsorption chromatography and thin layer partition chromatography. In thin layer adsorption chromatography, the plates are prepared by applying adsorbent as a thin film on the plate in the form of an aqueous slurry and dried in an oven at 110 degrees centigrade for half an hour. It means you will put the slurry over the glass plate, and these glass plates will then act as the stationary phase. And as we know that in adsorption chromatography, the solid stationary phase will be in the solid form. So to solidify the adsorbent, we will put the glass plates in an oven at 110 degrees Celsius for half an hour. This process is known as the activation process, and it removes all the residual water, and the stationary phase will become in the solid form. So we can say at this stage that we are using the solid stationary phase. We develop the stationary phase by ourselves by putting the glass plates in an oven at 110 degrees Celsius, and then we dried the adsorbent, and the adsorbent has covered the glass plate in this form. As you can say that if this is the plate, the adsorbent is put over this in this form, and now the glass plates are not, you can't see the glass plate, while you will see a white glass plate on which this adsorbent is pasted in this form. Next is the thin layer partition chromatography. As we know that in partition chromatography we use the liquid stationary phase. So in this type of chromatography, stationary phase is liquid. The adsorbent is applied as a thin film on the glass plate, and the adsorbents are not activated by heating. As we studied in adsorption type, we use the oven for heating the glass plates at 110 degrees Celsius. Here we will not heat the glass plates, and adsorbents are not activated. Under these conditions, the residual water acts as a stationary phase. So we will say that in thin layer partition chromatography, stationary phase is liquid. Next come the steps or operation how we will do this thin layer chromatographic procedure. The various operations involved in thin layer chromatography are: Number 1 is the choice of adsorbent. Adsorbent means the material which we will paste over the glass plate. The common adsorbent are silica gel, alumina or the cellulose powder. Alumina is preferred in the separation of weak polar compounds, while silica gel is preferred for polar compounds such as amino acids and sugar. The adsorbent should be very finely divided and have homogeneous particle size. It means the particle size of the adsorbent should be very small, and homogeneous means all the particles should be of the same size. Next is the choice of the solvent. The choice of solvents depend on two factors. Number 1, the nature of the substance to be separated, means the nature of the substance whose chromatography you want to do. Next is the nature of the adsorbent. Adsorb means which type of solid material you will put over the glass plate to make the stationary phase. The common procedure is to match the polarity of the solvent to that of the substance. Polarity of the solvent to match the polarity of the solvent to the substance being separated. For polar substances such as carboxylic acid, amines, the solution should be made in polar solvents, and the adsorbent used should be cellulose powder or silica gel. For less polar substances, the solvent used is generally non-aqueous. Next is the preparation of the plate. Plate means the support which we will use for the stationary phase. These plates are generally of glass, but we also use the plastic plates. The plates will be of this type. As we have studied in paper chromatography, we use the paper of this type. Here we are using the glass plate, जिसे कहते हैं शीशे की प्लेटें. तो glass plates of this type. This is the length side and this is the width side. Two types of glass plates can be used of two length type. One is 20 by 20, means its length will be 20 and its width will be 20 centimeter. And other glass plate, these plates are available in market in these sizes. Other glass plate will be 20 centimeter in length and its width will be 5 centimeter. The size of the plates depend on the type of separation to be carried out, number 1, and the type of the chromatographic tank in which you will put these plates, and the spreading apparatus means the tool which you will use over to spread the glass plates. The surface of the plates should be flat. It means the glass plate should be smooth. Flat means smooth. Flat and without any irregularity or blemishes means daag dhabbe. Glass plates are washed thoroughly and then are completely dry. Means when you will wash the glass plate, then these glass plates must be in the dried form when you will put the slurry over them. Then aqueous slurry of the adsorbent powder is prepared, and with the binder such as plaster of Paris, means when over these glass plates you will put the slurry and spread over it in this form. In this form you will put the slurry over it. Aqueous slurry of adsorbent powder is prepared with the binder. Binder means plaster of Paris. You will use the plaster of Paris plus silica plus water, and you will make a paste of this or slurry of this. Then you will put that slurry over the glass plate. The use of plaster of Paris is to adhere to the plate. Adhere means चिपक जाना. The slurry is spread on the plate in a thin film, typically from 0.1 to 0.3 millimeter thickness by means of a spreader. Means the thickness of the material which you will use as a absorbent over this glass plate should be in the range of 0.1 to 0.3 millimeter. The spreading of the slurry can be of this type. You can spread the slurry over the glass plate first by the spraying method. Slurry is sprayed on the plates with the spray gun, but this method is not very popular due to uneven surface. Second, you can put the slurry over the plate by the dipping method. Dipping method means you will use a tray of such type and put the glass plate in that plate. In this form, the dipping methods, preferably small plates, are used. The main objective is to produce an absolutely even layer with no lumps और गैप्स. मीन्स इसके ऊपर कोई मोटे मोटे इस किस्म के लम्प्स नहीं आने चाहिए और दरमियान में कोई खाली जगह नहीं छोड़नी चाहिए जिस पे एब्जॉर्बेंट ना लगा हो. Means the main objective is to produce an absolutely even layer with no lumps or gaps. The slurry can be poured on a plate and allowed to flow over it. Means in this form you can, this is the plate, you will put small slurry over it and move this plate in this form that some slurry will go in this direction and some slurry will go in this direction and will spread over the whole glass plate in this form. Flow over it so that plate is evenly covered. Water alone means simple water, ethanol or water ethanol mixture can be used to make the slurry. Good plates can be made by this method, but thickness of the layer is not known, as we said that the thickness should be 0.1 to 0.3 millimeter. This is the ideal condition. Generally, we use these methods and thickness is not controlled, but the lumps and the gaps should not be in the glass plate. Next point is the plates are then activated, means dried. When you will put the adsorbent over these plates and these plates are totally covered with the adsorbent, then as you know you will put the slurry which was in base in any solvent or in water, so they will be wet. The slurry, then these plates are dried. Dried means activated in an oven at 105 degrees Celsius. Generally the temperature is 100 to 110 or ideal condition is the 105 degrees Celsius for half an hour. Then you bring these plates out from the oven and let them cool. Prepared plates are called chromo plates. As in paper chromatography, we call them chromatogram. Here we call them chromo plates. Then the plates that are kept in the desiccator. Now these plates are ready and you can use these plates for the application of the sample, means the compound whose separation you want to do. Test sample is dissolved in a suitable solvent to get its clear solution. A baseline, such type of baseline, a baseline at the height of 1.5 to 2 cm from the edge of the plate is marked in this form. At the same time, you will mark a finish line over it above the height of 10 cm. The sample is applied with micro syringe or micro pipette. The spot is allowed to dry by applying the stream of warm air. Now the plate is completely ready and you will put it in the chromatographic tank for the development process. In this form you will put in the chromatographic tank for the development process. The mobile phase which you will use in the chromatographic tank here at this point, generally a solvent or solvent mixture of lowest polarity should be used. Suitable mixing gives mobile phases of intermediate eluting power, means the by which they can separate the spot. Thank you. This is all about today.